Here, Big Daddy Chaz, he's got the jiggities, and he's going to raise it up to 30 bucks here. Scott is going to call Kevin now, looking down at the ace jack of clubs. Yeah, here comes the big 3-bet, going up to 155. Chase here, queen 6 of diamonds. He's done with it. He's going to take one last peek and be like, okay, well, watch me flop top 2 on this one.
Yep.
Let's see. Whoa, did the jacks fold? Big Daddy Chaz? No. He's got the cards in front of him. I was like baffled. No way in hell I was going to believe that. But no, it is on to Big Daddy Chaz. He does have cards. You can see him right there in front of him. And he is planning out his move for what should be a 4-bet.
Yeah, that's what it
Indeed
looks like.
it is. Yeah, would have been pretty surprised to see anything else from him, especially against Kevin, who is definitely a player who's going to do some stuff like this, and particularly when Big Daddy Chaz is on the button, his range is going to be much wider. Kevin going to attack that with the top of his range, and some bluff candidates. Ace-Jack sort of on the border there, going to be sort of middle of the pack against Big Daddy Chaz's 3-betting range, and then once it goes to a 4-bet, now Kevin's range is way behind, he is way behind Big Daddy Chaz's 4-betting range here with the Ace-Jack. But he may not be done with it just yet. In fact, he is piecing out a 5-bet. This is our first 5-bet of the evening, and Kevin is going for it here against the Big Daddy. Big Daddy does not get this kind of resistance very often. Kevin basically announcing, I have the goods. Pocket aces, pocket kings, maybe ace-king for a bluff. Ace-jack really doesn't fit into this big 5-bet range very often, but Kevin's going to go for it. Back over to Big Daddy Chaz. 1K to call in position. Your opponent has 2.5K behind, so calling here would take the pot up to over. Oh, he's just going to ship it in. He says, you know what, like, you're capable of punking me, and I'm just not going to take it. Like, if you got it, you got it. We'll run it out. See if I can hit a jack. But no, the fact that Kevin has not snap called this, Big Daddy Chaz realizes he's made the right choice. Yeah, now Kevin's got to figure out if
Big Daddy Chaz raises 130. It becomes it's an interesting size in the 3-bet to 155 because it propels Chaz to have to make this bet, which then creates the 5-bet size. Now Kevin's stuck in about 1.5K, and now our numbers have him at the 2.5K essentially. So with the jam in, he's committed. I mean, it's such an unusual spot to have put yourself in, but you understand the method that you represent a ton of strength, and now you're just kind of stuck with it because you just put 1,005 in.
Yeah,
so the 4K that you have.
Kevin is going to stick the rest of it in and just sort of see what he can do. He is drawing to a few more outs now. Ace or a king will bring it home for him. Needs to find one here on the end, and that's not going to do it.
Only going to do it once, so.
Pair of jacks is good. Kevin going to get stacked there. Big Daddy Chaz not backing down. 5-bet me? Well, I got a pair of jacks. I call.
And that's why it makes Kevin great, man. Like, there's not a lot of other guys that I think, or after with kind of the tangle-ups that he's had with some of these players, not afraid to go do that. So it's no shade from us here, man. We respect somebody who's going to try to do something outside of the norm, but unfortunately kind of got priced and stuck. And now here comes the 3-bet to 425. It's like, all right, let's get it back right away. And he's going to be able to just pick up, I think, a pretty decent amount unless Chaz looks him up here in position, which he could certainly do.
Yeah, this is very interesting given the dynamic that just played out. Everyone at the table, including Chaz, has got to sort of be wondering, like, would he really just, like, pile it in again, like, super light? And the truth is that he was, right? Like, he just puts in this giant bet, but he's just right back to playing the way that Kevin does, which is like, oh, no, I got ace-10 here, and there's, like, 3 calls.
I think I have seen Kevin kind of steam a little bit on this stream, so there can be some propensity to that, but it's also, like,
Yeah,
Like
39
degrees here in Texas, though. It hits you a little bit different
Yeah.
compared to what you're used to.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it is definitely not the type of temperature that would have even batted an eye back home up in the mountains if Colorado,
Oh, that's a great
but
fucking day here.
here in Texas, absolutely. And I've acclimated to the temperatures here for the last 2 years that I've been a resident. So, yeah, I step out there and it's pretty chilly for me as well. We're going 4 ways to a flop here. Coins got the suited 4-3. Kevin, King, Queen of Diamonds, looking at a flop from last week. We'll get that updated here. Now it's Ace, Queen, 10. Couple of diamonds here. Edward going to flop the nut straight. Kevin, a draw to the royal flush with second pair on board as well. George, under pair to the board. He's out of there. Coins will almost certainly be gone as well unless he feels floaty for backdoor club somehow. Now, what does Edward do here facing a bet of 225 from Kevin? Half pot size bet, and he's got the goods. Flopped Broadway. He is going to put in a raise here up to 700. Back over to Kevin. And Kevin here with a pair and a straight draw and a flush draw. Does he just say, you know what, this is my time to get all of that money back that I just lost. Let's just pile it in and hope. Or does he play this one in position and just call? If he does, this pot's going to go up to 2K. He'll have 3.4K behind for
about 3K back once.
Or you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, stacked pot ratio.
He's playing it fast, though, so let's get it in.
Yeah, all in. Snap call, obviously, with the nuts. Just going to turn it over. That will inspire Edward to do the same. And again,
deuce here on the turn.
No, that is again our flop from yesterday.
Oh.
And Kevin cannot find a
Poor
card.
Kev here.
Yeah, he is going to stack off two times in the last like 3 hands.
I think it's got to be the Knicks hat. I think it's just so much Matt Mojo that it just bricked out there.
I hadn't really thought that one through.
Feeling like he's
made the connection.
No, that is.
Chase going to go ahead and raise up to 25 with 2 red ladies. Oh, my goodness. We've got a pot of brewing here. Coin's going to 3-bet 3X with the aces. Chase is already thinking about Las Vegas and the effing Mirage. Kevin here going to put in a 4-bet. He sees a raise, a 3-bet in front of him. He's got ace-9 on the button. He's going to go for it. Try to isolate against coins, see if he can take some of those big daddy coins. Problem is that Chase has got the ladies, and he ain't going anywhere just yet, so he is going to put in a 5-bet to 500. This is music to Coin's ears. He is going to smooth call. Oh, my goodness. Setting the trap here. See if he can get Kevin to do something spicy and blast off here. Kevin, is he going to think better of this, or is he going to move all in and see if he can pick this up? This is going to be really bad for him if he takes a move. This is the time for him to just bail out, pull the ripcord, get out of Dodge. But he hasn't decided on that action just yet. Oh, my goodness. He is going to raise. He's going to come over the top. He's got the ace blocker, and he thinks that maybe he can just punk these guys off of their hands. The problem is that neither of them are likely to go anywhere. Chase, though, does have to start wondering what on earth is going on here. I got the ladies. How do you guys have a hand better than that? Coin's just flat called, so it's not putting him on a hand as strong as aces or kings, even though that is indeed exactly what he's got. Chase has ripped all in. Coins snap calls, and now Kevin can go. Oh, my goodness. Now, yeah, he's priced into this. Now he's like, okay, I guess I can triple. Maybe it's like kings, queens, and whatever. He's going to pile it in as well, and now he's drawing to just a couple of 9s. He's up against just the worst possible spot. He's not going to show his cards yet. He's like, well, you never know. Let's see what happens. Queens, aces, ace, 9. We've got a king 7-5 flop the 9, ace 9 is dead. Ace 9 is totally toast. The queens are dead as well. Coins. Gonna ship a big one. Gonna step over to Big Mikey's computer here. Got to cue up the sound effect. You know what time it is. Oh, yeah, we're letting that run for a minute. That's a big pot. That's 9K. That's 9K. Shipping over to Big Daddy Coins. My goodness. What a spot for coins.
So that is our program. Thank you to everybody who contributed here to the Super Chats. For Carolyn, for Aaron, for Asa Producer, Flores Dealers, everybody here at Texas Card House. Thank you all so very, very much. Well, in the words of the great Mike Sexton, may all your cards be live and your pots be monsters. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.